broadcast. I'll see how long it goes on for. It's been having one or two issues with the broadcast, so it took me some time, so I've had to do it again. So let me just make sure I get this right. So Epstein, give me a minute, please. And this will explain quite a lot of things. So please do subscribe to us on YouTube, hit the notification button, give us thumbs up, help us reach more people. So greetings and welcome. So exploited, allegedly. Was Epstein and weapon sales. So let me just make sure I get this right. Nigeria. Okay. So we're gonna just do that now. I don't know how that works, but we'll try anyway. So we're gonna try. Greetings and welcome to Citizen AI, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please help us share the broadcast, help us reach more people. It took me a while. I've been trying to get to do some work in the studio, but it somehow wasn't functioning like I wanted. So it took me a while, but I am back. I am here. So we are just going to try and do one or two things. So help me share the broadcast. I am going to share to quite a few people here. I'm trying to see if I can come out on a daily basis. Greetings and welcome. Welcome to Citizen AI, the platform where we speak truth to power. We want to try and get regular broadcasts going. I'm going to try and do a few hours here and there, and hopefully we'll be able to have an idea of where it's going, and hopefully we can be able to do stuff. Hi, Juabulani. Hi, Nuno. Greetings and welcome. So the broadcast today is going to be about Epstein, and it is having a lot of impact on what we're doing, and it is worth looking into. Now, what's the broadcast? Sorry about this. Let me just make sure I get it here. So I want to make sure that you have access to it as you're seeing it on the screen as well. I'm going to try and make it smaller so you can get to see me and as I'm reading it, so at least we have a positive interaction, as it were. Sorry about that. Here we go. One more time. Just want to see if I can just make it smaller, because I want you to be able to see me as I'm doing this. Yeah, that's better. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, much better. Greetings and welcome to Citizen AI, the platform where we speak truth to power. Hello to you all. Hello, Nuno. Hello, user Seedoff. I'm going to try and do as much broadcast as possible. I'm thinking I'm going to give it a try and see if I can do daily broadcasts, certainly maybe between 1 to 5 days during the week, and then we take it from there. Please tap on the screen as you're coming in. Tap on the screen and share. And of course, share the broadcast with as many people as possible. It's very important that we talk about this issue here, because a lot of people weren't aware of this, and I think it is something that we should discuss. Tap and share. Tap on the screen and share. Help us go to the platform. And also, don't forget, we are on YouTube as I speak right now. Greetings to you all. If you are on YouTube, please subscribe to us, share, hit November notification button, and of course, give us thumbs up and help us reach more people. We really do appreciate your support. I'm going to try and get that out there, because I think it's important that as many people can also have opportunity to join us via our other platform. It is very important. We need your help. We are not we know, like I said, I've said it many times, that we don't have any support system at all in being able to get this information to you. So what you do by joining us makes it very, very helpful indeed. So let me just quickly show you that picture. Again, I want to bring that picture up. Where is it? Just give me a minute. I saw it just now. I don't know where it's gone. Okay, here we go. So you're gonna see it come up, and I just want to just show you that because I think it is worth looking at this, from a point of view, and you will see why it is very pertinent. So if you're watching and joining us for the first time, if you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, please go ahead and subscribe. You are listening to Citizen AY, a platform where we speak to power. We're getting some reports which are going to read through. Sex offender Epstein, ex-Israeli Prime Minister Barak allegedly exploited Boko Haram crisis to sell Israeli spy tech in Nigeria, says the report. So it seems like this man, Epstein, that you see in the picture, is a man involved in all manner of things, from the conviction of being, PDFing children to, to pharmacy with Bill Gates, to to being in the media business, to be in all manner. He's got his finger in all the pies, and I think that's one of the things that many African leaders are not aware of. It is a bit cold, so I'm drinking something, to keep me warm. So please tap on the screen and share. You are listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Help us by tapping and sharing the broadcast. Help us reach more people. We really do appreciate your support. Help us grow the platform on YouTube. Greetings. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. The topic is about Epstein. Sex offender Epstein, ex-Israeli Prime Minister Barak, allegedly exploited Boko Haram crisis to sell spy tech in Nigeria, says the report. We'll go and read the report, but we want to give you as much opportunity as possible to join us. So tap on the screen and share the broadcast and let us reach as many people as possible. The reason why I am doing this broadcast is because quite a lot of people, I'll just bring that up. Let me bring that picture up because I want to keep it there so that we can, a lot of people have been saying that the US only have the intention of helping. Greetings. US only have intentions of helping black people. That is all the US are interested in. They're not interested in anything else other than coming to help black people and Christians, and that narrative, now you understand that if Epstein, along with Prime Minister Barak, selling spy technology in Nigeria, it means that they are only interested in profiting from war. Now, if you know the connection, as we all know, many of us know the connection between America and the country that is occupying what do you call it? Occupying a land that they shouldn't, and oppressing the Palestinians, and they are now selling weapons. This country, instead of focusing on their own problems, they are busy selling spy weapons. So these are the things. Greetings, hate none, humble lion. Yes, greetings. Yes, a big illusion. So already when you start seeing, and this is, guess what? This is all the way back in 2014. Please tap and share. Tap on the screen. Let us get to about 4,000 or 5,000 likes, and we can really begin the broadcast on TikTok. Please, we welcome gifts. We welcome your support. Help us reach more people. It's a pleasure to have you join us. Those of you that are on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up. Help us reach more people and share the broadcast as you're coming in. We really appreciate your support. So there is a lot to cover. And I've said it times with that number, that the Western, the hegemony, they are not interested in helping Africa. They're not. They are only interested in exploiting Africa, oppressing Africa, suppressing Africa, and dominating Africa. I will tell you, in between, as we're talking about this, I will bring in, they have this doctrine, Pope Nicholas V or something, is it? Yeah. Pope Nicholas V came with this doctrine of theirs, whereby they gave the Spanish government and others the power to go and enslave people for perpetuity. I kid you not. We will touch on that as we go along. And there was a video which I'm about to, which is already on my Facebook right now. If you go on it, you'll see the video where a former colonel in the U.S. Armed Forces says that the U.S. policy is to ensure that they have total control over the resources of the entire world. And this is the kind of thing that we can no longer ignore. It is, Lady Marks, greetings. So these are the kind of things that we're facing. So, and of course, when you combine that with the fact that this man had been, is definitely a confirmed PDF, against, young children, against children. And he's allowed to be getting involved in all manner of things. He's been involved. He's been linked to, like Bill Gates. He's been linked to the prime ministers, like you see. He's been linked to arms sales. He's been linked to all manner of exploitation. He's been linked to former presidents in the U.S. and the prime ministers. There are videos going on showing that it was encouraging the essaying of children. These are verifiable things that you can see on that Epstein report that is coming out. So let me go and read this. So please tap on the screen, tap and share. Thank you very much. I'm going to just try and go quickly into the YouTube and say a quick hello to those of you who are watching us, who are joining us live. You're watching this, and I hope you can hear me loud and clear. So I'm just want to check that to make sure that we are really, you can hear me loud and clear. Greetings all, and let me just check that. So then before I proceed with what is going on here, making sure that I've got that in place. Please tap on the screen and share and help us reach more people. We do need your support. Yeah, thank you very much. So greetings all. So let me just put that there quickly for those of you who are on YouTube, and thank you for joining. If you're joining for the first time, it's a pleasure to have you join us. You are listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please click like, share, and give us a like, share, subscribe, and give us the thumbs up. Thanks. So let me just put it up. Give us the thumbs up. So just give me a few minutes. I'm just trying to thumbs up. Thanks. So we'll put that there, and then just give me a minute, please. I just wanted to do a bit of house cleaning and making sure things run smoothly over there. I started earlier on, but I had one or two technical issues within the system here, so I couldn't really do all of this in advance. But welcome once again. Thank you very much. Please, as you're coming in, give us a thumbs up, help us with more people, and I'll pin that up there as we go along. Pin message. So now, please, if you do have any questions and you want to make a comment, those of you on YouTube, of course, you can do so. Those of you who are on TikTok, you will have the opportunity to join us and be able to speak live. In the broadcast, I will bring you up as part of the panel, and we always appreciate your views and your thoughts. So over 150 people joining us. Let's get the figures. Keep tapping away. Let's get to 5,000 likes on here. I'll be very, very grateful for that support. Now, like I said, the main thing here is I need us to understand that from the time of Pope Nicholas the Fifth to now, the mentality of those who have been writing, who have been controlling us, has been the same. From the religion of Christianity, who have this mentality that they have dominion over the entire world. And we, the people, don't have anything to say, anything to do. Vaname, greetings. I'll bring you up straight away. Thank you so much. That we have nothing to say about what is going on, and we don't have a say in what is really, what is happening to us. We have just to simply accept whatever it is they do. That is the same mentality that has taken over from the popes, right, to what we now see is happening in all the colonial Western nations. They have this belief that they have the right to dominate everything in the world, and none of us, people who are not of European descent, have no say. We don't have a right to even be able to, to question or say anything. And that is the real issue here. Greetings, Vaname. Let's hear from you. What would you like to say? It's been a minute. I've been really busy. I can see it's back in the cold again. Would you like to say a few words? How are you? Okay, good, brilliant. Okay, all right, cheers. Okay, so guys, we are going to be talking more now. Let's go into this detail. Please tap away, tap on the screen. We're at about 3,000, 3,500. We're doing really well. We need your support. If you can, subscribe to this platform, help us grow the platform, help us reach more people. We always endeavor to bring to you frank and truly honest information. We want verifiable information that we are going to learn from, we can grow from, and we can also ensure on this platform, we always ensure that we are bringing to you the African perspective. The African perspective. The mainstream media has been designed in such a manner to make sure that our voices as Africans are not heard, that we don't have the opportunity to actually air our own views, share opinions, and be able to think for ourselves. It's been, no, it's not cold in Africa. I'm in Europe right now. I am in Europe right now. It's not enough. I am in Europe right now. I have been in Africa. Many of you following me, you would have seen me in Nigeria for about a month, almost 2 months, in fact. So it is cold right now. Oh my goodness, we have over 200 people who are following us right now on TikTok. Thank you very much who are watching what we're doing, and I'm really grateful for your support. Let me just do something quickly with that. Make sure I have that here. Okay, so now, like I'm saying, we endeavor to bring to you frank and fair, balanced information. We try and verify what we do, and we know, so we know that the information that is being forcefully fed to us by the mainstream media, we can no longer trust. So we have taking it upon ourselves, myself and a few others, to begin to go and seek out information, do research, and come and discuss it, and share knowledge, and begin to build our own platforms. We can no longer trust the platforms where the emphasis of such platforms is to reduce our mental ability, capabilities, to make us believe in the negative about ourselves as Africans, and it's time for us to reject such negative portrayal of who we are. The onus is on us for the coming generation to be able to get free and fair and honest opinion about discussions and truthful account of who we are and our role, our true role as Africans on the African continent, and indeed the entire world. As we speak right now, many people are not talking about it. The fastest growing place, the fastest growing population in the entire world right now is none other than in Africa. Every other place in the world, the population, they are not able to place themselves. But these are not facts that they'll be talking about. Instead, they're talking about negative things about Africa. They're portraying that Africa cannot do anything. Africa is poor, yet they're coming to the same Africa and looting our resources. We must benefit from the African resources. And everything that they're doing, when they create wars, when they bring famine, when they bring in diseases and all of that, is to reduce and to disable Africans from being able to reach our true potential. It is on us as Africans to speak up for ourselves, to stand up for our coming generation in our land, on the African continent, to ensure that we no longer accept injustice. And that is why we have to reflect a truly balanced view of who we are, speak truth to power, and empower ourselves through knowledge. Ensure that we begin to tell our people that we are the sovereigns of the African continent. Collectively, we are sovereigns, and no longer must we accept any papacy or any fraudulent colonial coming to Africa and oppressing us and telling us we have to accept it. The injustice of the likes of somebody wants to come in. The likes of France, coming in and taking our resources on the cheap and oppressing our people and expecting us to be quiet. It It is totally unacceptable. We need to reject that wholeheartedly. So let me go ahead. As you're watching, please tap on the screen. Oh my God, over 5,000 followers and likes on there. Thank you very much. And thanks for the gift. Continue to bring, share the broadcast. You are listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Now let's go. So now we're going to talk about Epstein farm. By now, many of us, sorry about that, we'll bring the back. I don't know what's happened in the back. We'll just bring it back up. I don't know what happened there. Yeah. So by now, many of us would have heard about the Epstein saga. No, we now know that Epstein has been, hi there, okay, Hitnon, greetings. Say a few words to us, Hitnon, my brother Humble Lion. What would you like to say? Let's hear from you briefly before I proceed. Are you able to talk? Humble Lion, there? Hello? Humble Lion, can you hear me? Okay, I'll let you carry on. You may be busy in the background. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with the camera right now. It's playing up, but don't worry. If it plays up again, I will sort it. But you can hear my voice. If it doesn't agree, you will hear my voice. I'm just trying to make sure we fix it. So just bear with me. I don't know what's happened there. That should not be happening at all. But just bear with me. I am here. The network is playing up somewhat, and I don't know why. Okay. So anyway, whilst we're waiting for that to come back, I'm just going to go ahead with the picture. So I'll put this here in the meantime, and let me make that big whilst I'm sorting this out. No, I don't want that there. So just give me a minute, please. Guys, just bear with me. And those of you on YouTube, just bear with me. I'm having to do a bit of a house clean. I don't know what suddenly happened with the picture. It went, and I need to make sure I bring it back, because that way people can see me. So just bear with me. We are going to go into the discussion as we go along. So don't leave. Just wait, please. Just wait for me. I'm hoping I can get it solved quickly. So it's not a fun thing to have it happening this way whilst I'm live now on camera. To be honest, it is not a fun thing. Thank you for your understanding. Just bear with me, those of you watching us on TikTok right now. This is something that doesn't intend to happen often, but it does happen. When it does, you have to try and just adjust with it. So I don't know what's happening. Give me 1 second. I'm going to bring it back. I will just bring it back, and I'm sure there's a way to do it. Just give me a minute. So you still see me there. I still see the writing, but I just need to get this picture back so we can continue with the broadcast. It's really important that we do so, because it's very important what we're going to say and the kind of things that we're going to do. So I really want to bring that back. Okay, I don't know what's happened there. Okay, just give me a minute. So everything was rolling fine, and now the gremlins have just stepped into the works as ever, but we will get through it. No matter, we will get through it. Okay. End of meeting, do back again. Let me see. We'll try it one more time. If not, I'll just carry on. You can hear my voice, so just bear with me until I can get this up and running again. I don't know why it's doing that. It shouldn't really be doing this. It is there. It is up and running. And I just don't know why it is refusing to. Okay. Right. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Those of you on YouTube, TikTok, you won't be able to see me for now, but you can hear me, right? I've lost the visuals. Just bear with me. And I will get back to you all. Oh, what's happened? Something has happened. I've complete drastic loss of my visuals. What's going on? Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Thank you very much. Just bear with me. I think something has happened. I don't know what's happened, but I've lost my visuals, and I know that when the visuals are not working, it is not as doing the things I would expect you to do. Just give me 1 second again. I'm going to try and get to the bottom of this, really, because I don't know why that happened. It was working before, and just bear with me. I will get it working. I'm sure of that. Somehow, some way, somehow we will get this working, so that we can begin. I mean, I've got the topic there, But I recognize that the visuals really play a part, the big part in getting everything running so that people can see what we're doing. But somehow it's just gone. I don't know why. It really, I'm puzzled as to why that has happened. Just bear with me. Now, okay, whilst I'm doing that, I will talk about this. So I'm going to be a bit slightly distracted. Now, Epstein, as we said, this is the picture there. You can see Epstein there. And I'll talk about that so at least you can see what I'm doing here. So that's him there. Now, what we are hearing now is that in 2014, email cited the investigation Epstein wrote to Barak in reference to unrest across parts of the Middle East and Africa, including Nigeria, saying, "Isn't this perfect for you, Barak?" Barak replied, "You are right in a way, but not simple to transform it into a cash flow." So you can see that they see the war, this things going on in Africa as a cash flow. And this is the kind of things that many, when people are saying they want them to come and help us, who are you asking to help you? Are you asking the right question? And this is why I wanted to do this program today. I do apologize so much for the broadcast sort of breaking in the middle like this. It shouldn't really be happening at all, because it is interfering with something that would have been quite entertaining and engaging, and then you could really get a better feel of what it is we're doing. Okay, let me just try and start that. Let me see. Maybe it will filter through. Okay, that's back. So I'm hoping that this will now be back as well. So just bear with me. So you had already there, they see it as a business. And that's what I've been trying to tell people. The point of this is that those who think that the US are coming to help Nigeria, they're not coming to help us. It is a business to them. They're not interested in what is happening to us in Nigeria. They don't care about that. That is none of their concern. They're not interested in anything to do. We're back. Good. Thank you very much for understanding. Please continue to tap away and share. I'm sorry about the loss of the visuals, but yeah. So they are not interested, and it's important to understand that. Please share the broadcast, tap and share on the screen, help us reach more people. They are really not interested in the well-being of Africans. They don't care about that. What they want to do, and I'll bring in Vaname again, I'll bring you in. What they want to do is to continue to exploit the situation. Listen to the words. I want you to listen to the words, and we need to break this down. So for every African nation, you need to understand that this is how they view us. They view us as a pot of money for them to exploit. They view us as a place where they can exploit our resources on the cheap. The words he wrote, again, in the 2014 email cited in the investigation, Epstein wrote to Barak, which is Ehud Barak, the former prime minister of Israel. And in that, he wrote, allegedly he wrote to Barak in reference to unrest across the Middle East and Africa, including Nigeria, saying, "Isn't this perfect for you?" Barak reportedly replied, "You are right in a way, but not simple to transform it into cash flow." So this is what I keep saying. When people come to us and say the US are trying to help Nigeria, or they're coming to help Nigeria, you can see it in black and white. It's not me saying it. You are hearing it from the horse's mouth. They are saying what I've been saying and implying for a long time. They are not interested in our well-being. And I'll give you examples of why they have never been interested in our well-being. You remember the Flint water in Flint, in Michigan, the water there, they were allowing the chemical to interact with the metal, bringing in corrosive lead that made people brain damage. They didn't fix it for years. It was not fixed for years and years, and even so-called, we don't even know how many people have received any compensation. That's Flint. New Orleans, when the flood happened under George Bush, they lowered the barriers, and it came in, and many people died. And the point I'm making here, they flooded many villages, viable towns across US. They flooded and unalive many people. So The thing is that many African leaders do not look at those. You have to do research. We need to be doing research. If anybody comes and says, I am going to help you end the war, you need to understand, you need to go and research. Okay, what evidence do you have to come to me, for me, that I can look at, to make me know that you have done this successfully in the past? We haven't done that research because for so long, our mental conditioning has been to accept what the colonials tell us, to accept that their word is their bond. We don't need to research it. We don't have any power. We've been psychologically conditioned to accept whatever they tell us as truth. And of course, when you don't go and do research, you not only do yourself harm, but your community. And what you think that you are earning in terms of wealth, when you think you are earning wealth or you're making a lot of money, you are actually impoverishing your community by following those who are giving you false narratives for you to believe in. So here is what you see on the screen. On the screen, it says here, isn't this perfect for you? Barak, the Prime Minister of Israel, then reportedly replied, you are right in a way, but not simple to transform it into cash flow. Fresh revelations have emerged detailing how convicted American SEX offender Jeffrey Epstein and former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak allegedly leveraged Nigeria's Boko Haram BH insurgency to push surveillance technology and secure access to the country's oil and logistics sector. So you see now, when we say this, when we say to you that these people are there to exploit us, that is exactly what we mean. We're not saying it as a throwaway comment. This is clear evidence that we cannot trust what these guys are saying to us. They are not reliable in any way, shape, or form. Please be welcome gifts as you're coming in. Do share. Let me pause for a minute. Let me hear from Hate None, a humble lion. Greetings, my brother. So, based on what you just heard now, what are your thoughts on the US coming into Nigeria and they say they want to help us? Would you like to say a few words on that? That you're hearing me. Go ahead. Thank you. Thank you very much. Whoops. 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 What was that? Can you hear me? Hello? Oh, okay. Okay.
There is, sorry, a call just came in through.
Okay.
So
go ahead.
Pardon me a little bit here.
No problem. No problem.
There's no way.
It's okay.
Receive the call.
Okay.
Come back to you.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so whilst we're waiting for Humble Lion to come back, and maybe I'm waiting for Vaname to maybe chip in at some point, I will proceed with what I don't know if she's here. Let me see. I did see her, but it doesn't seem to want to. Okay, multi-guest. I'll bring you in again. Okay, so now you can see now from what is going on, Ehud Barak and Epstein colluding to get access to the oil and logistics sector to exploit. So they are not interested in ending anything with the Boko Haram, and they are there for exploitation. You heard the words he said. You heard the words. These are his words at the beginning. He said here, isn't this perfect for you? So that is exploitation right there. So the reason I'm saying this is that many African leaders do not read between the lines. They are not able to read between the lines when somebody says they are coming to help you. You are not assessing what is in it for them. And, to what extent am I putting my people, my community in danger? Please, as you're watching, don't forget, subscribe to Citizen AY, hit notification button, help us reach more people. And we do appreciate you. We welcome the gifts as you're watching. Thank you very much. And please help us reach more and more people. It is really important. Let me accept. Good night, Robbie Shaw. I'll accept there. Yeah, okay, you back? Good, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hang on. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Hello.
I can hear you now. Go ahead. Can you hear me? Hello?
Now, yeah, we can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay, good. All right. Okay, go ahead. So welcome on board Discreet One. Hey Non, whilst you are, I think you're having one or two
All right.
issues. Are you back now? Are you back? Hey Non, are you back? Hello? Hey Non, I can't hear you. Okay, I'll come back to you. Let us go to, I think there is some sort of problem with your line. Okay, Discreet One, welcome on board. Thank you for joining me. What would you like to say a few words to what's going on thus
Hello.
far? Hello.
Yeah, no problem.
Can you hear
No
me?
problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll
Right.
go to good night as well.
I know join your live, right?
Yes.
I'm
And I
back
am
now.
from the country from Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
And I am also African descent.
Okay.
Right?
Brilliant. Yes.
Afro Trinidadian descent person.
Yes.
But I have a big problem with America and the Western world, the entire continent of Europe being in Africa, because of the very reason they are trying to come back to enslave the continent of Mother Africa.
That's correct. That's correct.
And why I am saying this is because there are things that are going on. Just now, I hear myself twice.
1 second. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Right. You hearing me now? Hello?
Yes. I hear
Yeah,
you.
Barak.
I hear you. I hear you. But I don't want the echo to go on, so I mute myself. Go ahead.
Right. So I was saying, right, I literally have a big problem with America for the very reason that the Western world and the whole entire continent of Europe is trying to not only recolonize Mother Africa, which is our continent, the biggest continent in the world per se, but they are literally trying to regain control of all the assets in the colonies in Burkina Faso, in the Sahel states, in different parts of Africa, all for the very reason that a lot of people should know that without Africa existing in the world, a lot of Western countries or superpower countries in the world is going to fail.
Yeah.
Because they need the resources from Africa in order to survive. And if they don't have control over it, that is exactly what is going to happen entirely, and they would cease to exist. And there are certain decisions that are being made on the basis of trying to recolonize, brainwash, and manipulate African people, not only in Mother Africa, but all over the world. And in the Caribbean too, right? And when you have people like, when you have people like the American president, and the French president, and the Israeli president, literally having a say to decide what they want and what they think about the future of Africa, literally, it does not make any kind of sense for us as African people, because we are not supposed to be concerned about what they think about us.
Yeah, exactly.
And we are not supposed to be concerned about what they want for us, because at the end of the day, each and every African country in Africa should be concerned about their affairs. Nigeria should be concerned about it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for the applause. Right? And why I say they should be concerned about their own affairs is because they are a sovereign state. And if I am a Nigerian and I am living in a country such as Nigeria, I don't have to be worried about what America think about my country.
Exactly.
I don't have to focus on what America wants for my country, because at the end of the day, America is not part of Nigeria.
Exactly.
Because if I want to be a part of America, I will concern myself with the things that goes on in America. But for the record, America is not in Africa. So why should African people be really concerned about what goes on in Africa? At the end of the day, they don't hold the best interest or the best bone in the bodies of African people. You understand? They literally paint a picture on the world stage that African people, not only in Mother Africa, but they literally paint a picture on the world stage that African people are impoverished they are malnourished, they are the poorest continent in the world. I literally saw videos on social media showing this. But when you really go behind the scenes and you see Africa in modern times, you would know fully well all that nonsense, all that prejudice, all that myth actually a lie, because countries like Rwanda, countries like Nigeria, countries like Burkina Faso literally laid the foundation for other countries in the world where African people exist for to follow. Because if for some reason, let me say this on a world stage here, if for some reason the job that Captain Ibrahim Traore is doing, if for some reason he decides to say, here what's going on, let me take my revolutionary tactics on a positive level and bring it to the Caribbean. Question to the Caribbean people in every Caribbean country where it are black people. Are we willing to accept the revolutionary powers and change and economic wealth that this guy is trying to bring forth to African people to unite us as one? Are we willing to do that? I don't think so, because you know why? We are not in the right frame of mind to do so, because we are still under the colonizing barrier. We are still being manipulated. We are still having politicians in our countries.
Exactly.
Echoing, eh?
No.
Yeah. We are still having I am echoing.
No. Okay, carry on.
Yeah. We are still having politicians in our Caribbean countries literally manipulating us by the rule of law, by literally enslaving our mindset by thinking that if you vote for them, they will come with us with promises that are literally empty. And when we vote for them, they don't do nothing. They don't do a damn thing for us. So if we as African people cannot see the blindness of these politicians who are also African people, who are not all in our best interest. Think, for example, why would you want to even invite people like Donald Trump, people like this guy in France, I can't remember his name, the president.
Macron.
What's his name?
Macron.
These people, you think these people do not hold the best bone or the best interest of African people on a world stage? They don't hold the best interest of African people. And at the end of the day, one of the first things we seriously need to do, and I have to say it, and who want to accept it, who they can't fit, let them wait. The first thing we need to do as black people in Mother Africa and in the Caribbean and in the rest of the world is put on that Bible. And why I say that? Because take this in a pipe and smoke it. If you worship, thanks to the applause, if you worship the God of your colonizers, you are enemy to your ancestors. Because when it had the...
Yes, well said. Carry on.
Yes, and I will repeat it again for the people who did not hear me properly. If you still holding fast to the Bible that was subjected to control African people for 400 years and still doing it, and you worshiping the God of your colonizers, you are definitely an enemy to your ancestors. And your ancestors will turn in their grave and watch you with hatred, because they laid the foundation for us to follow. People like Harriet Tubman, who got whipped for trying to read in the dark, to understand things that are going on today. People like Rosa Parks in America, who tried to sit down on a bus and was racially targeted. People like Steve Biko, who was whipped in jail because he was a freedom fighter. And the list goes on and on and on. And when you continue to hold on to a book that was used to enslave and colonize and manipulate your people, you are no different to your colonizers. You understand? So until we as black people, more so in our royalty state, decide until we as black people in our royalty, kingly and queenly state decides to put down that book, we will continue to live in the mindset and in the bosom of our colonizers. We need to put down that book, because that book, a lot of people in the African community think that book is doing our help for us. That book is literally controlling our minds, because when you go and read certain parts of the book, you will see the book is contradicting itself. Because, for example, if I am 22 years and it says so in one book, why in another part of the book it is saying that I am 51? It is a contradiction.
Yeah.
And in most cases, a contradiction is a lie.
Because
if it was not a lie, it would have tell you the truth that you are one age, because you could only be one age in life.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yes.
African people across the globe should not have to depend on the interests and the economic wealth of the Western world, more so Europe, because Africa.
Go ahead.
Thanks again. Africa does not need to depend on the rest of the world, because Africa built the rest of the world. And because of the fact that Africa built the rest of the world, Africa has everything in its power to be a world superpower on a world stage. Look in the background on the picture the brother is showing. What should the host showing in the background? These four men who are being advertised in the background are the men who literally standing up against the powers that be, to show the Western world why we could unite as African people. But most times we would find ourselves being controlled by talk, by politics, by economic wealth that were used to colonize us, because they feeding us with a big spoon. And if we do good, they will just put a little more on the spoon to keep us in check.
Yeah.
We seriously need to come out of that avenue. Because, all right, when you painting pictures to the world, that when you paint, yeah, I'm gonna learn now. Okay. When you painting pictures to the world that Dubai is the richest country in the world, that is a blatant lie. Because you know why that a blatant lie?
Yeah.
When France under Macron and other French presidents and the US had other presidents in history where they were siphoning the gold and the cobalt, and the other resources from Africa through and paying them a small percentage of money for their natural resource. Who are standing up for African people? No one. And
exactly.
They still want to hold on to this book. We are living in a time where we need to rise up as black people and stand up for our people and take charge of what is ours. I mightn't be generally from Africa, but my lineage has a lot to do with me worshiping my ancestors and honoring them for the right purpose, the right reason, at the right time, in this time. And I will end with that.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Discreet One. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your contribution. Very well said. You hit the nail on the head. If we are going to go forward, the last thing we need is the book of those who colonized us to control our minds. Let me say that again.
Correct.
The last thing we need
to drop that book.
Is the book of the colonizers to control our minds. If they control our minds, they control what we do, they control who we are, they control our land.
Correct.
So we need to break free from that. So thank you very much for stating that. And
I just need to add one thing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And for the people who listening, are you all just now I hear myself backward.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Are you all even aware that in the same book that was used to control our ancestors, they literally tell you, here are a verse in the Bible, it says, slaves, obey your masters. And anytime any book could tell you, slaves, obey your masters, it is in reference to say, African people, obey your masters, so that you will be subservient to your masters, and they will continue looking over you, so that you, who's supposed to be superior, will always remain inferior to them.
Exactly. Exactly.
You understand?
Yep.
That is exactly what it means.
Exactly.
We need to come away from that whole inferiority complex and go superior, because we as African people started the world. We gave birth to the world. And if we give birth to the world, we shouldn't be at the bottom of the ladder. We ought to be on top. But
exactly.
Go ahead, brother. I would listen to what you have to say.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hate none. Please come back. Please come back. I'm trying to bring you back.
Your mic. And I hear you.
Yeah. Hate none. Please come back. I was trying to bring you on. I've had 1 or 2 issues with the things. I'm trying to bring you on. I hope you're there. I'm trying to bring you back. So, because I was going to let you speak next. But anyway, whilst I'm waiting for him to come back, waiting for Hate None to come back, I want us to really understand this. Everything that they've done since the beginning of that papacy in the 14th century, Nicholas V, it has been solely about, I'm going to mute you, my brother, because I can hear myself back. It has been solely about the exploitation of the people, of the non-white, non-Caucasian people. And we have to be very, very factual about this and actually understand that we need to reject that kind of mentality in 2026. I mean, these guys are still doing, this man here, and let me just state this. If an African man did what this man has done to children in, if he had done it to children anywhere, would he not already be picked up? Would he not have been picked up already? And this is the question that I'm asking us to really consider. And so far, there are so many people. There are prime ministers who have been involved in essaying of this, of children. There are royalties who are accused of this. There are government officials, presidents, businessmen, who have been accused, all of them, European, and they have not faced, and they are not in jail. This man is about the only one, this man that you see is about the only one that has been, that is facing any kind of, well, we don't even know if he's in jail or even if he's alive. We don't know. They said he's not. But at this point, with the number of people that have been involved, they said something. They said that if they were to prosecute every single person involved in this Epstein case, that there will be nobody left to run the U.S. government. I want you to think about that. They said...
Brother, let me tell you something. Right?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, listen to me. And you would agree with what I'm going to tell you here. Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think it is only fair to every victim in the world that was under that whole Epstein file that they would say prosecute everybody on the world stage and let the whole world see every offender who did it? Because let me tell you why. These people still in power. These people still in higher places. And I am not afraid. Even if it reached to the point that I have to be unalive for the truth will always prevail, because there are many African people who end up in the court of law. And they literally said that even if you unalive me, many will come after and they will continue to talk the truth.
Exactly.
So when you choose to unalive an African because they choose to bring the truth to the forefront and nip it in the bud or hit the nails in the head, as you rightfully said, it is only fair when it comes down to the Epstein files that every single pedophile, every single offender, every single criminal considered in the Epstein file should be investigated for criminal charges and be locked up and the keys thrown away deep in the ocean in a shark belly.
Exactly.
You know why I say that? Because these people, men and women, big and small, do not care for life or limb, whether it's African, Indian, Chinese, Negro, or whatever race.
Yes.
These offenders should be brought to justice.
Exactly.
And should be tried in a court of law and be sentenced to jail and never see the light of day when it comes to prison. starting with the American president.
Exactly. Exactly. Well said. Well said. Thank you very much for that. I couldn't agree more with you in what you said. Thank you very much, my brother. I'm going to go to somebody else, and thank you for the gift as well. As you're watching, you're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We are talking about the issue of Epstein and the impunity that has been afforded many Caucasians. The impunity of the system that says that if it's okay, if you're European and you commit a crime, it's okay, you're all right. But if you're non-white or non-Caucasian, oh no, all hell will break loose. You will face the wrath of the law and everything else. That is injustice. It's double standards, and we mustn't accept it. So thank you very much, my brother, for your comments there. Let me go to my brother here, Udo Emuhi. Greetings and welcome. What would you like to say on this topic here? We're talking about the Epstein and the fact that he's been involved in allegedly selling weapons and sort of technology to Nigeria. With the prime minister of former prime minister of so-called Israel. If you wanted to say a few words, please, Udo Emuhi. Are you there? Udo, can you hear me? Let me unmute you.
I'm here. Okay, we go.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
You see, for me, I'm different. I'm different about what people are saying now. Like one of our brother from Caribbean, what he just said.
Okay.
You see, when he made mention of this Ibrahim Traoré, what they are doing in Sahel region is good. Mm-hmm. But we Nigeria, can we accept that? Because I did not know the fear we have about America coming to Nigeria. Do you know why I'm saying this? Is that we have a president, a Nigerian president, who told us that fighting democracy is the best. Which we and my junior brother those days, because my junior brother, I told you one day that my junior brother were killed in Nepuma. Mm-hmm. After bombing Nkomu's house, the vice president, then to IBB, because they were fighting for democracy. Mm-hmm. They went to go and bond over when the other shoot aside. Through the Coca-Cola, they shoot them. Mm-hmm. So we hardly no people no go bury them because of what was going on that time. Okay. The same man now is now the president of Nigeria. The same Tinubu then, where they were Nedeko, is not the president. We will not allow people to come and demonstrate to the street.
My brother, one second. The
same man.
One second.
That democracy is the best.
Hang on, my brother. Do you know that the US funded Nadeco?
That is what I'm saying, yes.
Okay.
Yes. But even when they were funding Nadeco, who are the people that were on the front? Is it not the people that Tinubu? People that Tinubu, this Ghanaian, I mean, all of them who believe in democracy, who were fighting. Now, I don't know the fear we have America coming to Nigeria. No. There is no fear. Because a country that does not believe in itself, a country till now, more than 170 children are in the bush that be kidnapped and no rescue. A country that somebody told us that the children was being kidnapped, they just went to where they kidnapped them and take the children back. Without arresting those people that kidnapped them. See what my governor is doing in my state. If you involve in kidnapping or you involve in this court issue, if we want to go and destroy your house, we have not seen when Nigeria went to go and destroy the house of those people that kidnapped those children. So that to show what we call it, so that others will learn from there. But they just went there safely. The kidnapper just gave the children to them. They just told us that the kidnapper believed that Nigeria is a very powerful country. That's why they released the children. Imagine the spokesman of the president, that's what he said.
Now, wow.
You see, people are talking about slavery. Do you know even we Africa, we now accept to access slavery by ourselves by taking Mediterranean Sea to enter Europe? Do you know how many people died in that Mediterranean Sea? every day, even to tomorrow, they are still taking it.
Yes, now. Yes.
For me, I don't see any reason saying that America is coming, everybody is taking. You not see fear. They want to colonize us. Are they not be colonizing us?
My brother, I'm not saying.
Oil where in Nigeria? Who are the people taking the oil? Aji. They are the one managing it. They are the one managing it. INEC, what do you call it? INEC in Italy. Total is in France. Are they not the people taking the oil from Nigeria? So this issue of the America coming, we are not afraid. Even the same president, this same Tinubu went to America, went to Jonathan, telling them to come and help them to bring Buhari. The country is not moving well through Jonathan. But now, suppose the former president, Buhari came to power. After Buhari now, because Tinubu said it's come, he's in power now. Because everybody cried slavery. My former governor, Baseki, did not build the road to his village. Is it America? Is it Europe that make him not to build the road to his village? No, is it America that make him to, at least they said you come from a state, I'm from a state, I'm not the governor of the state. Is it America that will told you not to give infrastructure to your people?
No, my brother.
Because everybody shut. You don't know when you open. Because if you
my brother, you know what, my brother. Hold on, my brother. There's two things. I am not saying that US shouldn't come and support, but I'm showing you what their plans are. So we need to understand there's two things. I agree with you. We need some kind of help, but if you are going to get help, shouldn't you research the kind of help you're going to get? That's the question I'm asking. Shouldn't you research the kind of help that you're going to get?
Yes. Yeah, but brother, let me tell you something, right?
Yes, go ahead.
Do you know there is no help that is free?
Of course, nobody said that.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me tell you something. We as African people have to understand what is help when it comes to these Western countries, when it comes to Europe. When they choose to help African countries or Caribbean countries or any country in the world that is third world or as them in their mind or in their form of opinion that is impoverished, we already know as African people that Africa is not an impoverished continent. But for the sake of their opinion, I will answer it, right? When they choose to want to help African countries, there's a hidden esoteric agenda behind that. They literally will come.
That is the truth.
They literally will come with arms and ammunition to empower. Let me use, as always talking about Nigeria.
Yeah.
Let me use Nigeria as an example. They would literally come with arms and ammunition for Nigeria to make them their economy or their military power more powerful. But behind all of that, they already have a hidden esoteric satanic agenda. And that hidden esoteric satanic agenda is they are coming for the natural resource in that country. And we all know that Nigeria is one of the world's most powerful natural gas supplier. So that if they could get the natural gas in Nigeria to benefit them, just as how they try to destabilize Venezuela oil and gas economy.
Yeah.
They will do the same thing with Nigeria by presenting arms and ammunition or money or some kind of thing to make them feel that they hold their best interest when they do not.
Exactly.
We African people need to broaden our minds and see these countries for who they are. Because when we literally thinking that they hold our best interests, we need to pay attention to the war that is going on in Sudan.
Exactly.
Where the Arabs and also America has their hand in that.
Yes.
France have their hand in that.
Yes.
At the end of the day, they don't hold our best interests. So they would use other countries to get at the African continent by pumping right.
Go ahead.
Right, thank you, brother.
No.
They would,
I'll just let me as if I'm from you. Do you know why?
Yeah, okay.
Nigeria have resources. Do you believe till today Nigeria have no stable light? Is it America that made them to have stable light? Do you know till today my people still drink borrow pit? Nigeria still drink borrow pit. In Nigeria, you may not know what is called borrow pit. Do you know we still drink from the pump, from a little river? Is it America that caused it? No, not America. Is it America that make we are world road in Nigeria? It will take 20-something years to build that road. It will take 25 years to just do a kilometer. If every president that came to Nigeria, we start awarding the same road that be awarded 23 to 24 years ago. 1999, about all the whole contract being awarded by Obasanjo to give Nigeria light. Till today, no one is working. Is it America? Is it Europe that make it?
My brother, hold on.
My brother was given by Africans.
My brother.
Brother.
Is it America? A street in my street, let me tell you, a senator in my street
came
to do a road in my place. And I told them this is a bad road. Somebody told me this is not a bad road. For 40 years, we have not have a road. Now, since we have this road now, let us manage it. Within 2 days, water washed that road away. Is it America? Is it Europe that caused it?
My brother, hold on, my brother. Can I answer that question? I'd like to answer that question properly. Discreet one, give me 1 second. Let me try and get answering him. Listen, nobody's disputing the fact that we have bad leaders. Nobody's disputing it. But what I'm trying to get you to understand, if you could hear me, is that the bad leaders are chosen by the colonials. That is what you need to understand. You are right in saying that they are bad leaders. I agree with you. But I'm telling you that they are leaders that have been chosen. They've been chosen and handpicked by the colonials. So what we need to do, unless we take control, very much like they've done in Burkina Faso. In Burkina Faso now, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger.
May God bless you, my brother. That's what you are talking.
So I understand what you mean. I agree with you that we have bad leaders. But what I'm telling you is that those leaders, if you look at every single one of them, they have connections to the US, they have connections to France, they have connections to UK, they are connected. But if you go and look at the leaders in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, they have zero connection with the West. The West cannot control them. Because many of the so-called leaders now, if you look at our leaders that you see in many African countries, they believe if they don't accept the IMF or the central bank to be controlled by the Western economy, they will not be allowed to be leaders. So we have to understand that particular fact. Now, there are two things we need to understand. We need to control we have to make sure that we do not allow people to get puppets into our governance. That's number one. Number two, we have to make sure that we protect the continent from infiltration into our system by the colonials. So we have to have a two-pronged attack at this. So that's what I'm saying. I hope that makes sense. But I agree with you. We have bad leaders, but many of them, you would agree with me, are handpicked by the colonials. Let me hear from Discreet One. What are your thoughts on this? Then we'll come back to Udo on it. Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. I 100% agree with what my brother now said. But you have to understand how it is. Ask yourself this question on a world stage. And why I say a world stage is because is not only in Al-Kebulan and addressing Africa by the correct name, Al-Kebulan. Right?
Yes, Al-Kebulan is the right name. Yes, you're right. Al-Kebulan. Or even Ethiopia. Or even Kemet. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not in only in Alkebulan that it have African people, you know. There's African people all over the world.
All over the world.
Some
The first
mostly
people.
in these white populated countries, they are also African people. But the point I'm trying to make is how it is Captain Ibrahim Traore, who was not chosen by the colonialists, could literally come in to power and change the state of his country and literally get rid of the French, get rid of other countries that were in his country, secure economic wealth for his country, open factories with the help of Russia, who never historically harbor slaves, right? And literally get help from countries who literally hold African people best interests, right? And want to do business on a world stage in a fair manner. How it is other African countries cannot see the interests of Ibrahim Traore and follow in the same footsteps. Make it make sense. If you want unity in Africa, you have to do exactly and entirely what that brother is doing, as opposed to what other African countries have intended. Yeah, brother, thanks. You have to do exactly what Ibrahim Traore is doing, because right about now,
yes,
the same night when the American president went into Venezuela and hostile take over Venezuela and kidnap the Venezuelan president.
Yeah.
Are you all even aware that in Africa, not in Africa, in Burkina Faso that night, they tried to unalive or assassinate Ibrahim Traore?
Yes.
But the country found out.
Yes.
And they found evidence it was the former president.
Yes.
Right? And this is not, this information is not lies. This is facts.
Indeed.
There are certain, I hear myself echoing. Yeah, there are certain African leaders in the world today, in the African continent, that are literally taking bribe in order to destabilize their countries for the colonialists and them to come in to continue to hold power and economic dominance over that country. Nigeria is one of them.
Fact.
And there are others. Am I wrong or right?
You're correct.
I am asking both of you all, am I wrong or right?
You're right. You're right.
Yes, you are right. You are right. You are right.
Right. So then if I am right, don't you think it makes sense that just as how my brother, I am even older than the Nigerian president, not the Nigerian, I'm even older than the Burkina Faso president. Ibrahim Traore is probably around 37 years old.
Yes.
Right? I am 48 years old, and I am telling you, as a youth, was the same mindset as Ibrahim Traore. Don't you think it makes much sense to weed out the bad leaders in these African countries and follow in the same footsteps as Ibrahim Traore, so that the other African countries could unite as one with the Sahel state and these Mali and Niger, so that Africa on a world stage could become a power and a force to reckon with? Don't you think that is the better thing to do? And if we achieve that, do you even know that when we achieve that what the world fear or the Western world fears is a liberated black man, that they will learn to respect African people and give us our royalties? Do you think that could happen? But you know why? But you know why it would never happen?
Yes.
And it could, it could happen, But the reason why it is not happening is because these African leaders who know themselves, literally taking bribes and continue to follow in the footsteps of their colonizers and be in the bosom of the colonizers. And if they get 10 Rolls Royce, or they get $100,000 or $100 million just to keep the country destabilized, they would rather do that and keep the country impoverished than to unite with the rest of the African continent to bring about unity. Are you all aware of that?
Yes.
I don't matter be in Mother Africa to know that and it happening. Right or wrong, brother?
Yes. You're right.
But people like me will be hated on a world stage. Whether it's in my country, whether it's in Africa, or whether it's on a world stage, I will be hated for the things that I am saying, because they know very well that once you go against the colonialists, the only option for you is death. Because if you remain alive, you would be a force to reckon with, and they don't want that. You understand? This is why they bring about their false democracy, by literally instilling monetary gain, economic wealth,
yes,
in order to control these African countries, to keep them in submission.
Yes.
And until we decide as an African continent and a Caribbean country, or all African people on the earth, decide here we're going on. We fed up. We're not tolerating this no more. And we go in the same direction as Ibrahim Traore. You would see how African people across the globe going to unite. Enough said. Go ahead, brother.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me just give you a round of applause. Greetings all again. Thank you so much for joining and staying. And I want to apologize for the pictures going off and on. But thank you for sticking with me, sticking with this topic. It's very important to all of us. What we're trying to do. So I'm trying to give you as much information as possible, and then and continue, even though we're having one or two technical issues with the broadcast, but it's not going to stop us from doing the work we need to do. So what I wanted to talk about briefly, do you guys also to back what Discreet One said there, Saif al-Islam, Gaddafi's son, he was taken out by the West. I hope many of you know that. He was taken out by the West.
Individual.
Sorry?
I don't know the individual.
Oh, he's Gaddafi's son, Saif al-Islam. He was taken out by the West. So because he wasn't prepared to accept anything from them. He wasn't prepared to even accept any nonsense from them. He spoke up against it, and he said, this is not right. We need to be doing, we want everything back that you took. You know, they destroyed the canal system for Libya. They destroyed so many things. You know, so the reason I'm saying this is because when people come and talk to us, we should accept the help from the West, it comes with loaded problems. We end up with more problems from the West. They are going to leave us in such a manner as to keep us impoverished and poor in our own land. And there is nothing we need to fear. In America, the light, the street light, the street light, the traffic light was made by a black man. The fridge was made by a black man. The iron was made by a white man, a black man. The telephone, the light, Louis Latimer, light bulb. So many, everything that they think of as American, if you go and look at it properly, is made by a black man. And we have people, talents. There are so many talents coming out on the African continent. There is nothing we cannot achieve. What we need is organizing ourselves and staying focused. Exactly like you see Ibrahim Traore, Assimi Goïta, General Cheni, that they are focused on their goal. They're focused on ensuring that the people benefit from their own resources. Do you know that back in Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore just said that any company that wants to come and use the resources in Burkina Faso, they have to open their headquarters in Burkina Faso because they want their people to benefit from the resources of their nation. They want that benefit to stay in their own country rather than those companies having their headquarters in Canada, in in Australia, in UK, in US, in France, and then they export the wealth out of the country. So he said to them, if any country that is earning $8.8 million, any company that wants to come and explore and to mine any of the resources that they have in the country, they must have their headquarters in Burkina Faso. For me, I think that is a fantastic move. It demonstrates commitment to the benefit of the people collectively. And these are the kind of people that we need to have in government. honestly speaking, for me, I do not have any belief whatsoever in anything called democracy. Democracy is a sham, and it has been used to shackle us for so long that we must stand up on the African continent. In other countries in the world, in the Western world, if they want to keep the democracy, they can keep it. But we can no longer accept them imposing democracy on our minds. They have done enough damage with that democracy. It has impoverished us long enough. And we need to begin to have meaningful discussions like we are just having right now, exposing the lies and the fraud of what they're doing. I mean, I'll read you another thing that, again, so, go ahead.
Yeah, what's going on, right?
Go ahead.
Are you even aware that Ibrahim Traore, tell me if I'm correct, because I believe you're in the African continent right now. Are you in the African continent?
No. I was there last month, but I'm back in UK now. I was there last month.
Well,
but
right.
I know, yes. Go ahead.
But still your blood strong in the African community.
Absolutely, right? 100%.
So here I can ask you, right? Tell me if this is true. I can say it.
Yes.
Is it true that Ibrahim Traore told all African people across the world and in the Caribbean that if you want to come back home, you will be afforded jobs and housing and land and thing in order for you to survive in their country? Is it true?
He said he could come home and help build Africa.
And I hear your mic.
Sorry.
Your mic.
Okay, hang on. Oh. Yeah, he said you can come home to Africa and build Africa. You can help us in building Africa. Now, I hear that right now he's restricted the amount of people coming in because they want to control, because of this security issue. They don't want it to, anybody right. So that is what is happening. He's not saying no, but they have to vet them. And he also wants, that about 500,000 Burkinabes have gone back home since he called them in. They've gone back. They've left. Many of them have left many parts of the world and gone back, and they're building their country. They're opening shops. They're opening businesses. They're opening construction companies and all of that. So you're right in what you said. He has asked Africans to come home to help build. And of course, if you come and help and build, that means that you are creating jobs. So of course, that would mean that you will get the help you need in having your own property and everything else. But it is right now, it is vetting. They're vetting who comes in. That much I do know. So it is right. And I know there are some people who. Yeah, go ahead.
One more thing, right? Is it true? There's not just a passport, but a passport. You have an African passport. That once you have the access to that passport, you entitled to go to any African country and live and settle.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. It is still in the planning stage. They haven't worked it out yet. Don't forget, they've got a new thing now. I know the Burkina Faso are working on the AES, free movement for anybody from Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger to be able to move freely. Yeah, exactly. So they're trying to do something like that. And then hopefully it would happen whereby you can move freely. But of course, we still have ECOWAS. But ECOWAS is not working. ECOWAS is only a paper organization. They're not helping Africans. The resources in ECOWAS always goes to end up majority in the hands of France or UK or in US now. They try to loot from us. So we need something like that would actually help us in the long term. And that's why we're doing this kind of program, to wake us up, to make us know that this is possible. I mean, one of the things that there's a major problem for us in Africa is that this enslavement. I want to just, I'll just move slightly to that. In the North Africa, many of the countries in North Africa, Algeria, Morocco, Libya, Egypt, Tunisia, those countries, the level of racism against black people is totally unacceptable. You saw it in the match.
They are unbecoming.
Sorry?
No, I said it is unfounded.
Yes.
And unbecoming.
It is terrible. Total. I mean, the way they talk. In fact, some of them are even saying some. I saw an Arab woman. She was saying, "Oh, we don't want to be in Africa. We want to be part of Europe." And I'm saying, if you want to be part of Europe, move to Europe then. Don't stay in Africa and be.
No, but let me tell you something, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me tell you something. And I am from, as I tell you before when I now came up on the life, I am from Trinidad and Tobago. And generally speaking, African people in my country does experience the same amount of hatred.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But they does experience it in a different way. Long ago, it would have been the literally watching you to your face and you're calling it nigger. And African people fall into it. And
don't use that word because Facebook and TikTok will go, they'll go.
Yeah, well, right, yeah.
Yes.
Well, you know the words I'm talking about now.
Yes.
Right? They would literally use certain derogatory words now to the African community.
Yes.
But our biggest problem in our country is crime. Right? Where our African brothers and sisters are unaliving one another. Right?
See?
And until we fix that problem, we would see how important we are as black people.
Exactly.
Right? But the whole thing about it is these politicians in different countries that are populated with African people, they literally take instructions. I hear myself echoing.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. They literally take instructions from outside entities. Example, the elite Illuminati order, where they will fool us into thinking that they go into a convention. Example, the Geneva Convention or the OPEC Convention. But behind closed doors, they literally go into these conventions to find ways and means to destabilize countries where they would keep the world masses in check, because some of these people who hold power in the world and dominance, they are filthy rich, and I repeat, they are filthy rich, and
that's correct.
They could end poverty in the world on a world stage, and tomorrow morning all countries of the world, whether it's African, Indian, Chinese, Syrian, Lebanese, whatever continent or whatever country or race you're from, they could literally correct the mistakes and the errors in the world. But you know what they choose to do? They choose to hold on to power and dominance by serving satanic entities that they would remain in power for a generation or for life, and the African community have to be subjected to long suffering and pain and sorrow until they are dead.
Yes.
And until we realize that, we will always be under the order of the colonizers.
Exactly.
This is why I said from the very beginning, if you are echoing, this is why I said from the very beginning, if you are worshiping the God of your colonizers and are saying that bold face, because this is what African people needs to do. If you are worshiping the God of your colonizers by way of the Bible, which is a slave book, you are obviously and categorically clear an enemy to your ancestors. Because when they was unaliving our ancestors and throwing them overboard to the sharks, when they had cholera, when they had different dangerous diseases, you really think they had care about the color of our skin?
No,
our ancestors' skin? They didn't care. So they cannot come in modern times and claim to say that they want to help the African community. They do not. They don't give a damn. They don't give a rat's ass about Mother Africa. All they care about is their economic interest to better their countries. Imagine a country like Russia, who never harbor slaves, are literally giving arms and help to Burkina Faso.
Yes.
Helping them to become a superpower country. And hence the reason Russia is a white populated country. You find it funny?
Exactly.
But they never harbor African slaves.
No.
But it's not to say we should not keep our eye on them. But generally, you know it is Putin, you know it is Vladimir Putin said? He said, and I will quote, he said, Mother Africa is a continent of a cemetery where African world leaders go to foreign countries.
Yeah.
They become powerful and they come back home to die and be buried in Mother Africa. You know how powerful those words are?
Very powerful.
It is very powerful because
powerful.
He is trying to enlighten us and open our eyes that we as African people need to unite. But here it is in the Caribbean now, and in the rest of the world, African people cannot see the bigger picture because you know why? We rather be involved in crime and corruption. We rather be involved in things to destabilize our economy. We rather be involved in things that would be against our people, and we still supporting the colonizers, and they getting filthy rich, and we are at the bottom of the barrel.
Exactly.
Like crabs.
Exactly.
Let me be real.
Exactly. Now,
look what Bob Marley said. Look what Bob Marley said. Bob Marley said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Yes. None but ourselves can free our minds.
Yeah.
You think that is just a song?
No.
Those are spiritual words in order for people of our culture, our ethnicity, our ancestral background to take heed and unite as one race and one family.
Exactly.
But we are not doing it. We are not doing it. And until we wake up to the realization that that is what we need to do, we have to protect the interests of Ibrahim Traore, because it's not only he alone could do it. It's not only the Mali president. It's not only the Niger president or any other African country who holds the best interests of these countries. All African countries need to come under the same umbrella. Exactly. And until we come under the same umbrella, whether it's the Caribbean, whether it's in different parts of America, whether it's the whole continent of Africa, and unite as one, we will always be subjected to the nonsense and the bullshit of the colonizers.
Fact. Well said.
Go ahead, brother.
Well said. Well said. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your words there. I couldn't agree more with what he just said. Everything he said there is so correct, and we need to be very, very conscious of the kind of message.
Your mic, brother, I hear you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay, thank you. So, yeah, he's very, very right in what he said. Thank you so much for your wise words, and I'm so glad that I came across you, and I'm definitely following you. I think I am, yes. So, what I really want us to understand. Let me read to you again to buttress the point he's saying. Even as I'm saying this, and then they said biometric technology sold as counterterrorism tool. This is what Epstein was allegedly involved in 2015. Listen to these words, because I want us to understand that when those who are saying they are coming to help us, I'm giving you evidence that shows that every time they say they want to help, very much like Discreet once said, they are not here to help us. They are here to exploit us. Listen to the words. The investigation details Barak's financial involvement in Israel intelligence-linked firms whose technologies later found pathways into Nigeria. In 2015, Barak, Ehud Barak, I think it is, and a business partner invested 50 million in FST Biometrics, founded by former military Israeli intelligence chief Aaron Zevi Fakash. The firm developed biometric system known as Basel, first prototyped at the Beit Hanun Erez crossing between Israel and Gaza to monitor and control Israeli-Palestine movement. As Boko Haram attacks escalated, Barak allegedly facilitated the sale of similar biometric surveillance equipment to Boko University in Nigeria. The project was presented as a counterterrorism initiative with promotional materials at the time stating the system would filter away unwanted persons. Can you see? This is trickery. We are showing you that this is trickery. You know, the whole world supermarket. Uwa Afro. Thank you. Well said. It is indeed. And these are the things that we are trying to expose. We are trying to expose this, and I hope many people will understand. Those who, if anybody wants to speak, I really welcome you. Please don't forget to give the platform as you're watching. We try and do a lot of research and bring things to you and talk about things from an African perspective. It's really important that we do that, because for so long, the narrative about who we are has been told to us by those who colonized us, and we're not able to separate the our real self from their narrative. And they've actually painted us in really terrible light, and we should no longer accept it. So here's one such example. Let's go ahead and read this now. It says here, the report suggests that the this security contact created a foothold for broader Israeli cyber security influence in Nigeria. So what they sold to you and said would simply get rid of the terror people is a lie. It allowed Israel to gain a foothold in the cybersecurity in Nigeria, and nothing to do with protecting or stopping Boko Haram. This was about, again, exploitation of Nigeria. And that is the same thing I'm saying, that we need to be very careful and be very clear about the role the US, when they say they're coming to help Nigeria, they are not there to help Nigeria. They are there to exploit Nigeria. They are there to exploit Nigeria. And we have to be very, very clear about this. And this is evidenced by what Epstein has done as far back as 2015. By 2020, DSM report, the World Bank has engaged in Israeli Cyber Directorate and a startup co-founded by Barak, shaping Nigeria's national cyber infrastructure framework. Security a gateway to oil and ports. Beyond surveillance, the documents reportedly show the security corporation was used as a gateway to Nigeria's lucrative oil and maritime sectors. So they told us something and they say they're going to help us. But in actual fact, again, like I said, it was about exploiting us. They got into the oil sector and then start taking over that business. They're not there to stop terrorism happening in Nigeria. They are there to further, because the more there is division in Nigeria, the more they are going to profit. They are only interested in profit. The US is only interested in profit. Henry Kissinger, in his report, he said no Nigerian should benefit from their resources, that those resources should be reserved for the US. That is what Henry Kissinger wrote in his report. I kid you not. We need to be very aware of all of these things. And when we're saying this, we're not saying it as a hate speech. We are giving you factual evidence to back up what we're saying. And you're seeing it in the reports that they're saying. Everything they said they would do to help Nigeria, it never helped Nigeria. It only helped the Israel to now get further foothold in the oil industry in our country, and the maritime sector. These are realities that we can no longer ignore. As Africans, this is actually, when this is happening to one African country, it is affecting all African countries. And we need to understand that this is what is being used to prevent when they're creating all these war situations across Africa. It means that as an African, you cannot move freely on your own continent. And we need to address this kind of concerns and issues. So please, make sure this message, it is not only for Nigeria. This is for the whole of Africa we're talking about. We are under constant threat. We are under relentless psychological warfare in Africa, because the negative message that they portray about ourselves. Look at the picture that they will show of people, children who are poor or who have got a big belly, and they try to portray that is the whole of Africa. Where in actual fact, when you go and look closely at the areas in which there's poverty, that poverty was created by the West, because they have given weapons. They've given weapons to terror groups to destabilize and chase people away from the farms. So when people are hungry, they now say, "Oh, there's famine in that country. The people they're poor in that country. There's poverty." Well, they're not going to show you the other part whereby they funded the terror groups within those communities because they found resources and they want to chase people away. They never give you the full narrative of what is going on, and this is. This is what we have to really address as Africans. We need to take control of the narrative. We need to be supporting each other. Everything I'm showing you now is showing you Let me see if I can invite 1 or 2 people. I've seen 1 or 2 people that I wanted to bring on. I wanted to hear your views. I always love to hear from Lynette. I'm a great friend as well. If you want to speak, I'm going to invite quite a few people because I really want to engage us in this process. And we need to look. We are a family. Every part I see, every part of Africa as a family, and in the Caribbeans as well. You know, because what they have been doing to us has been to get us to psychologically not see ourselves as being one. We've been made to think, oh, I okay, busy. That's okay. No worries, Lynette. Thank you. We will, talk later on. Yeah, the world is to hear this. Please join me show tomorrow evening. I will message you. Okay, good. Yeah, okay, we'll join you. No problem. So now, what I'm trying to get you to understand, what I'm trying to get us all to understand is that the narrative, the Western narrative about Africa, from education to false narrative of poverty, to religion, to governance, to you name it. It is a false narrative, and it behoves on you and me as Africans to begin to collectively reject that, because it is doing us a terrible harm. It is affecting all of us. When you see Africans being treated badly, it is affecting your psyche. When they're calling you names, and they're saying everything that they're saying, this is a psychological, relentless attack, and it is making us not stand together. Why is it that Africa cannot trade among ourselves? Why is it that I have to applaud the president of Ghana? I do know he's still a bit, they're still controlling him. He said Africa must have. Why is it that we are using dollars in Africa? We have no business using dollars to do any kind of trade in Africa. But guess what? When you are going to get if the IMF is going to give you any loan, what currency do they give you the loan in? Is it not dollars? You see what is going on? Because they use the dollars. Once they give you that loan, they now control your economy. They tell you never give subsidies to your farmers, no subsidy to any businesses, no subsidy to build the roads. They take control of the economy and they ruin it. There was in the 70s, how many of you remember this thing called the Structural Adjustment Program? Part of that program was they saw that the currency of many African countries was strong. So they said, no, your country is too strong. So they started devaluing the currencies. And as they were devaluing it, they were taking advantage by buying our resources in huge amounts to benefit them, to impoverish our people. These are realities that many of us, we have to learn to connect the dots as Africans. And that is why I do programs such as I'm doing, because we need to reach. I know many people who are behind the scenes. There are more people who are watching me than I see on the screen. I know that much. And there's some people who watch, but they do not comment. But the fact of the matter is that as Africans right now, I am doing programs like this because in the future, we need our people to be able to reference what we've said years, that will be in years back, in 2040, 2050. Somebody will watch this and they will go, okay, this is about to repeat itself. They said this in 2026. It's now 2050. We are not going to let it happen. Now we are leaving information. We are leaving imprints for the coming generation to remember the steps they need to take to break free. So the man here, this man here has started something that his ancestor, Thomas Sankara, started, that Patrice Lumumba started. There's a video which I wanted to show you today. Let me see if I can find a view. Let me see if somebody wants to. Is anybody there? Okay, Barak, greeting. Barak, welcome. What would you like to say? Let's hear from you. Welcome. Sorry.
Hey, how's it going, sir?
Good. Greetings and welcome. Welcome to the show.
Absolutely, man. I don't know why I'm Acorn right now, but I was just, I'm just here to say, I love your work, man. I love your work. God
Thank you.
bless you. Actually, I'm from Niger, from Niger. You know what I mean? So, yeah,
Fantastic.
love your work, man. I'm
Fantastic.
just here listening.
Fantastic. Listen, whilst you're there, please tell us what's the latest development now in Niger, in Niger. Tell us,
Uh,
please. Tell
so,
us.
no, it has been really a lot of good. I'm echoing because
Yeah, I've muted it. It's
I'm
fine now.
echoing right now.
No. It's good now.
Could you guys hear me?
I hear. I hear you. I hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So like I'm not in Niger currently, but off what people are saying is absolutely beautiful. I mean, I was raised in Niger. I was born in America, raised in Niger. My whole teenager life, I was out there. My parents, my dad, all born in Niger. They're actually currently right now in Niger. It's beautiful out there. What I mean? The people of Niger absolutely love what's going on right now. They want
Fantastic.
their sovereignty. That's what they want.
Fantastic. This is awesome. I mean, I absolutely love talking about the man you see in the middle, General Abdurrahman Chiani. He stood for his people, and they kicked out that Bazoum, who was there clearly a puppet of the West. And I will applaud the work that he's doing, speaking up for. Let me just. I'm going to mute this. Speaking up for the people, and actually making sure that they benefit from the resources. I mean, the great work, and many of us now know that the French were ripping off the Nigerian people. They didn't let them have electricity, and they were stealing money from them by buying their resources at 70 euros per kilo, something that is worth 270 cents per kilo, something that is worth over 200 euros per kilo. And that is daylight robbery. So we really are glad to see the work that's been done by in Niger. Can you say a few words to us in Niger? Like I say hello and talk to us in Niger language, please.
Kuna lahiya. That's Hausa, Zarma, Warango Bani. And then French, I can speak French, but don't
speak French. Don't speak French, please. I don't even want to hear French. I just want to hear your language.
Absolutely.
Because you see, your language connects you to your soil. That soil is yours. It's not French. When you're speaking French on that soil, you are telling the French that they can take your soil. But when you speak in your Niger language, nobody can take that soil from you. It's very, very important.
I love that.
So yeah, honest, real truth, facts, man, facts all the way. I'm so glad that you joined this broadcast. I'm going to follow you right now as well, because I'd love to hear from you. And if you do get in touch with people over there, do let me know, because we need to have this kind of connection. And I hope you are spreading the word also. Hello, Linda. I'll bring you in shortly. And I hope you're spreading the word about the need for us to support Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. What do you think about the AES? How do you find that?
Oh, sir, it's one of the most beautiful things that ever happened to Africa. I mean, I would love a lot of African, West African neighboring country to join that. We need to have access to the sea. After that, we can have a powerful army. By having powerful army, they could defend our sovereignty. I think that's the first thing we need. Just by defending our sovereignty, I think economically we'll be really a superpower.
Fantastic. Well said, Baraji. Thank you. How do you say the word? How do you say your name? How do you say that? I like your learning. Go ahead.
Barrage.
Barrage. Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to say it in the African way. I don't want you to put any English. Barrage. Now you're talking. Now you begin to talk, my brother. If I go make you no talk that kind of English, we don't want to hear that one. We want to hear the proper one. Barrage. Well done. It's a pleasure to have you join us. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you so much.
Pleasure meeting you, man.
Thank you. I'll come back to you. Let me bring in Linda. She's a friend of this platform. We have not. It's been a minute. Linda, are you there? Greetings. How are you?
Long time no see.
Oh,
I'm glad I
boy.
ran across you and you, Barazi. I have already followed you.
Fantastic.
Somebody from one of the Sahel states. What an honor and a privilege to have you in my company. I already followed you. Please, please, I beg, follow me back.
You are even using the local colloquialism. I beg. You are even using that. Oh, Linda.
Well, you know I can't speak the language. They stripped that of me and my ancestors long ago. However, what they didn't strip is my connection to the motherland. They never did that. And when people, I know there's a lot of division going on here in America where people are disassociating themselves. I can't help what they do, but I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's on them. They're going to have to figure it out.
Yeah.
Now, when I see these three men anywhere, I have to go in there because you know how much I absolutely love, and love.
Yeah.
These men, these great, mighty warrior, fine, handsome, brave black men. And the things they represent. They are standing against their own. They are standing against outsiders. And I wish I could get me one of their big pews and help them out. It would be an honor to go out that way. I'm just saying.
Wow.
It just would be.
Wow.
Because they have already made history.
Wow.
They've already made it. I want to see them continue to do it. I wake up every day trying to see, are they doing okay? Because I need to know they're okay. Because it's going to be a sad day if they don't.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
So right now I want to say that I heard something about the pipeline. I think it's going through Nigeria and they're trying to get it over to Algeria and having some communications with them. Because first of all, I'm mad that they shot the drone down and didn't pay for it. The drone was expensive. We can't talk about nothing till you pay for this drone that you say you accidentally shot down. Okay, pay me first and then we can have a conversation.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, this pipeline that's wanting to try to get money, oil to Europeans. Yeah, because I wouldn't care less whether they get the oil or they don't. I could care less. Matter of fact, I prefer they don't. Okay? They need to be foot on, knee on neck for as long as possible until they bow down. Now, they're not doing that. And at this point, they have been surrounded, so it doesn't look like they're thinking about bowing down. These people done got into Ghana, Nigeria, Togo, Benin.
Yep.
It looks like it's going to be that kind of winter that Abraham talked about.
Yeah.
And I just want them to be prepared and put some extra forces on the border.
Exactly.
And also keep those skies covered as well.
Yeah.
Because they are coming. And here's something I've learned from living around these people all my life. These are some cruel, heartless, don't care about nobody but themselves people, and they will be brutal. They will want to call themselves teaching everybody else on the continent a lesson. So I'm just hoping that these three brave men can harden their hearts. They're going to have to deal with them.
Yeah.
I know it sounds cruel, but these are cruel people you're dealing with.
Exactly.
Now, if you're soft on them, they're going to take that as a weakness and pound you.
Yep.
So, you got to match the energy,
Yes.
maybe even top it.
Yes.
I'm looking to see them stop it. I'm very disappointed at Ghana for allowing the French to come and set up on the border talking about protecting their, oh my God, Ghana.
It's, you can see.
All the time I could see that Ghana has been, back and forth on the line. But when you let America come and set up the the airport. You can't get in there to see what's going on. Now they'll be able to threaten you.
Exactly.
You don't know what they piling up over there. But if you tell them to leave, I'm pretty sure they'll just turn on you.
Exactly.
And then to put the French troops right on the border. Nigeria, I expect this out of Nigeria. I don't know. Nigeria just, I don't know. Anyway, you know my favorite saying, and I have to say it everywhere I go, even when they're not even talking about it. It is long live the Sahel. Okay, long live these wonderful guys, and they're making good decisions and doing good things. And I don't ever want to see it stop. But here's something I know: they, the oppressors, the Europeans, and anybody else that's wanting to jump on that bandwagon, that includes the Bush people, they will never stop. So this is ongoing. I like to see that they are teaching the children patriotism so that they don't get a little old and say, oh, I'm tired, or it should be over now. It's never going to be over. Just be prepared for that. Be on guard. Don't let your guards down. Even if they back up a little bit, they just regrouping.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me kind of give our agreement 100% to the sister. Welcome to the live, sister, Miss Lady, and to the brother. I'm trying to see his name. I can't see his name properly.
Barage. It's Barage. Barage.
Barage. I got that.
All right. From my accent, you all would know that I'm from Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
The land of soca, sand, sea, and sun. We just came out of the carnival season, and I don't know why the hell they didn't come to our country and enjoy the carnival.
No.
But they could have come and wind down low and take a little punch and have a time.
Yes.
But with that being said, let me take on the topic here. Right? You know what is the status quo in most of these countries? I will tell you what happened recently in my country. Our Prime Minister, and I will not call her name to save myself from any form of
harassment,
criminal charges or anything,
yes.
Right? My goodly Prime Minister, who they voted for, they had a narrative that goes like this. When UNC win, everybody win. But in my opinion, you all would laugh when I'm going to say this. When UNC wins, stupidity wins. Because at the end of the day, if you didn't stick your nose in the business of Venezuela and America, our country would not have been. And I know it might sound like it's not an agreement with the topic and the African community, but hence the reason I'm saying this is because we African people are also affected by the madness that is going on in our country.
Yes.
Imagine this woman who's supposed to be sensible and who is a lawyer literally allowed the American government, by way of the idiot president, to come. Sorry to insult the other president, my brother.
No.
But the truth is the truth, because I know fully well African people in America does not like Donald Trump. So I'm quite justified in what I'm saying. Imagine my Prime Minister open the doorway to hell to allow this man to come and harbor troops in my country and put a radar to monitor Venezuela and have the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago thinking that America has the best interests of our country.
No way.
Which is a no-no. Which is one of the biggest errors of the modern day.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That one. Two, she tried to take Trinidad and Tobago out of the Caribbean community. I don't know if it happened already, but that is one of her plans. Right? And anytime you could take a Caribbean country out of the Caribbean community, Trinidad and Tobago being one of the most successful Caribbean countries in the Caribbean, and my brother from the UK would know that.
Yes.
And the sister and the brother from America would know that, right?
Yeah.
They know very well that Trinidad and Tobago is a very successful Caribbean country, probably one of the most, right? For you to take a sovereign country out of the Caribbean, the CARICOM community, is either you're stirring mad, demented, or highly dotish, right? Because that whole CARICOM community is about trade.
Exactly.
It's about economic interests. It's about business. It's about countries being developed to become on a world stage, so that all countries of the world would benefit from that country, as well as other countries.
Yeah, yeah.
And hence the reason she literally instilled certain traffic laws in our countries where the people, the citizens of the day, are literally going through long suffering, trials, and tribulation to survive. So even if you get a crumb of bread, you have to suffer to get it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And day in and day out, the ones who supporting the madness and jumping on board with the stupidity of this prime minister, literally encouraging it, because when we as African people, as well as other races too, could make a change by not supporting these madness, we literally jump on board with the madness. Right?
Yeah.
So just to land my plane,
Yeah.
if we in the African community, on a world stage, not just Mother Africa,
Yeah.
if we in the African community think that the Western world and Europe as a continent hold the best interests of Africa and the African people, we better go on sleep and wake up from that delusional aspect. That's what I have to say.
Exactly. Well said. I agree with you. You know, I can tell you now that your prime minister in Trinidad and Tobago, it is not her decision to separate. She has been put up. They've instructed her to do so because they don't want you guys to unite. They don't want the unity.
Correct.
They don't want you see, if anybody goes into EU and tries to separate the 28 countries, you know how much trouble that person will be in. They will completely they will go for them. But they go to other places and destabilize it and make it unsafe. And then they complain about the same thing, the very thing they caused. So don't worry, it's not her. She's a puppet. I'm sorry. Many of our African leaders and everything else, they are nothing but puppets. They've been handpicked. So we got to be very clear about that. And we're not going to be silent. We, the people, must speak. We must hold these people accountable, and we must support the Alliance of Sahel States. We have to support Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, Assimi Goïta of Mali, General Chiani of Niger, and others. There's a man from, not Malawi, the other one, Botswana. The president there he's making all the right noises. We're still watching him. And Dumboye of not Senegal.
You gotta support this man. You gotta support this man from South Africa too, Joseph Malema.
Yeah, it's a Malema. Oh yes, but you see, the problem is they're trying to silence him because they know that they want him silenced. So we support him, and we're not going to be quiet about that. You know, and we have to make sure that we are, you know, we continue to speak well about him. You know, it is not fair what is going on across many, not only in Africa, in Haiti. Do you know that they steal resources? They steal oil. The U.S. take oil and prevent the farmers from actually, feeding themselves in the community. The U.S. sits on them. Right now, the U.S. is making it difficult for Cuba because now the streets are terrible because there's no oil for people to move around, and it's like they're collapsing the economy, and that is not a sign of a leader. When you are when they are making the lives of the people, frustrating the lives of people, and causing division because they want to dominate and control. It's coming out of their hands. The West, many people in the West now, they are so afraid because the dollar is going down. The dollar as a currency is going down, and they can't stop it. And they're trying everything they can. They're trying to do scorched earth policy. If I don't win, nobody wins. That is so wrong, and we need to be rejecting that 100%. We will continue to advocate for good governance in Africa, but I say supporting.
I'd like to say something briefly.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll bring in Suel.
And I live in the United States, but I am not for this foolishness they got going on. I did not vote for this man, and I hate it when some people feel like, if this is where you live, you're for it. No, we voted for who we wanted, but she didn't win.
Yeah, we know. Yes,
so
exactly.
we got stuck. This is not the United States. This is the divided states
Exactly.
of America. Okay, it's us against them. Right now, they are in charge. We're hoping in a couple of 2-3 years it's going to be over and we can get back to our regularly scheduled program. But right now, we are off the map. I cannot believe what this pirate is doing out there, stealing oil, talking about taking countries and starting WW3. This
crazy.
is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen or heard of in all this time I've been walking on this soil. I wish somebody would just go ahead and get it over with now. And I think they're trying to do it. They are trying to figure out how to impeach him. However, he pretty much built a stronghold. He went in, he kicked out everybody against him, put in people that are for him. So it's very, very difficult. But trust and believe, every day we are on this app doing the same thing, trying to figure out how to stop this madness. And now for me, I'm here and in Africa every day. I have claimed, because people are always saying, come to my country. No, baby, my country is Burkina Faso. And if I go anywhere, and people keep asking me that too. Well, have you ever been there? I'm thinking, oh God, please don't be that stupid. Your stupidity is showing. I go there every day. And I connect with anybody that is actually on the ground there. And many people visit there. They want to know, is it really like whatever they say? And so I go and follow them. So when they're going around, I'm going with them. So I'm old and raggedy now. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to make it, but I support them with my whole body, mind, and soul.
Very good. Very good. No,
I can't say enough good about them. And I want this one over here to do something. And we need to do something about him. And right now, it's a time for local elections. And if we all come out and vote to get in some people that are against him, we may be able to make a little progress towards removing him, because he's doing absurd things, not only all over the world, but here as well.
Yeah, ICE for one. That ICE is madness.
The ICE, the getting rid of, he fired 300,000 Black women from government jobs, saying they were overrepresented. Black women are the most educated people in this country. Now, for us to be able to get the education and then get employment, and you come in and say, nah, it's too many of y'all in here, and just fire them. No rhyme, no reason, no warning, no nothing.
Yeah, it's, I think...
So,
go ahead.
He's doing a lot trying to get rid of the health care, everything. And then you got the nerve to be stealing from people and then putting the money in some other country. And that money is never going to come back to us. He done put that money in his name in another country. So he's stealing from all of us. All these tariffs he want to put on people, going to force them to do things. All he forced them to do was get up out of here. Talking about bringing jobs here. No, you done pissed them off and tariffed them, and they said fine and packed up and moved. So we, the American people, have to pay more for everything except gas and eggs, which we don't care about.
No.
You got to pay more for health care. You got to pay more for groceries.
Yeah.
We just got to pay more. So you tariffed us. You didn't tariff and do no harm to nobody else.
Indeed.
What kind of foolishness is that?
Yeah.
Talking about what make America great. When the hell was it great in the first damn place? Great for who? It wasn't great when my people were working for free. It was great for making you rich. Great for who? That was not great. And so all of these cute little slogans, don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Okay? We don't like it. We ain't stupid. And we are so grateful for this internet where we can share this information all over the globe. And that's what I see. Black people all over the globe. This man is targeting people that he knows he has a good chance of using his military might against. He's setting up in places where he can quickly get over here and over there. Quick. Ghana, you done took over a Ghana airport. You in Nigeria, you got troops on the ground in Nigeria.
It's crazy.
Oh, the writing is on the wall. I hope everybody can see it. I see it.
Yes.
That means
definitely.
he can just dart all over Africa quickly.
No. I agree.
Okay,
I agree with you.
I'm gonna stop now.
Thank you so much, Linda. You said quite a lot there, and you touched on quite a lot of things that are very, very vital and important. And of course, we all know what's going on. I touched on it briefly. The issue now is that everybody, the US and the West want everybody, the world, to continue to use the dollar. People now realize I don't have to use the dollar. I can use my own currency. It is my land. I can decide my prices. I can decide my interest rates. I can decide all of that. They want control of other people's things, and they don't want us to benefit from our own resources, and that is not acceptable. And that's why they've met their match in what is going on with China and Russia, and now Iran. You know. So it's very, very much. Thank you so much for the gift, and Barak as well. Thank you, and we really appreciate everybody that's here. Please make sure we endeavor to give to the panels as well, and also, of course, myself. Please, whatever you can give, and if you can subscribe to us, that would be great. There is a lot more to talk about. Again, like I said, the issue for me is that it is interesting to see that all of the terrible things done by the PDFs, like Epstein and others, they're not facing the full weight of the law. They're getting away with it, and yet they're the same people who are now going into other countries and making life difficult for the people on the ground. And yet, if any melanated person were to do any of such thing, you know what would happen to them straight away? They would already be picked up. And many of those people have committed heinous crimes against children, and we are yet to see them face the full weight of the law. The whole thing, if you look at the times that we're in now, the entire structure is collapsing in on itself. The currency is going down. The so-called military might is now cracking. People are saying that it's all it's all a fraud. The media structure, people are now able to see them for what it is, that they're spreading falsehood all the time. So the entire structure is being laid bare for all to see as to be a facade. It's like the emperor with no clothes, and that is what is going on right now. They have got literally no clothes, and we have to continue to speak up within our communities. We are the people who they exploit. Without us, they've got nothing. They want to continue to oppress and suppress and keep us in a situation where we cannot do anything. And we know the more they try, please, I want you to know this, the more they try against us, it shows that their time is up. Those who are in power, who have been oppressing us for a long time, their time is up. So they are going to try everything in the book. They're going to do all manner of things to try and remain on top, but they can't. I want you to thank you very much, Barak. Thank you so very much. I'm really grateful for the gifting. And those of you watching, please continue to give the platform. And I really appreciate each and every one of you for your comments and being part of this broadcast. The aim of the broadcast is to get us to learn about things, to really know what is being done, to read between the lines, and hopefully more and more for us to begin to challenge our puppet leaders and tell them this is not good enough. We sent you there to protect we the people. We didn't send you there to go and work for those who are impoverishing us in our own land, who are exploiting our resources, who are making our land unsafe. So we are here to empower people to have a voice within their community. in their own local languages. So thank you all so much. I'm really glad that we're able to continue.
I want to interject again.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I went and looked at a video from an African living in America who said that I guess he doesn't fully understand how this campaigning and voting, but all of the politicians ask for money so that they can be able to go from city to city and meet with different groups and stay at hotels and stuff as they try to get people to vote for them. But this one guy said that Trump got a bunch of money from somebody and he didn't give anybody any money, and that Kamala got some money, through her campaigning funds, and she paid for entertainers, as they frequently do pay for entertainers to gather the crowd so they can talk to them. And so he thought that was so unfair of her to pay the entertainers to come, so she could gather people to speak. So for that reason, he voted for Trump. I was like, are you serious? Madness. He felt like money that is gathered is supposed to purchase people that you want to be on your team to help you with your corruption. Maybe that's how it works in Africa, but that is not how it's supposed to be. You're not gathering money to buy off other politicians in the local thing. Yeah. You gather that money so that you will be able to get on planes and go from each one of the states and gather and talk to people. And yes, entertainment is part of it. We don't care about the entertainers. They're not even involved in politics. Exactly. They're just there to help gather a crowd. That's it. They're not gonna, and yes, if they pay them out of their funds, that's fine. We don't care. We give them money so they can do whatever it is they need to do. Hire a speech writer, get an entertainer, pay for a venue. That's what it's for, security while they're there.
Exactly.
It's not to buy people to tell lies and do corruption with you. That is not what the money is for.
I think.
So when he expressed that's what he thought that's what money to politicians was for. I was like, God, if you don't know what's going on, please just go somewhere and sit down. Just don't say nothing. Don't do nothing. Sit over there. Maybe ask some questions and try to figure it out. Don't just come online telling it to all the other Africans. Look, she paid for Beyonce. They all pay for entertainment, venues, security, plane rides. They all do that.
Exactly.
It's part of the process. Exactly. Now, once it's over, then they don't need to do all this gathering money for that kind of stuff. As a matter of fact, one person said, oh, but he doesn't take a salary. He doesn't take a salary because he's robbing the hell out of us. He don't need no salary. Why are you going to give him $500,000 when he over here stealing billions? He don't care nothing about that salary.
No.
He's going to steal so much more.
Yeah, I mean, I think you know what is glaring about the.
I can't hear you.
Sorry. You know what is glaring about the.
You're muted.
Hello. Yes. Sorry. Yeah. Well said. Linda. You know what is glaring about and really golden about all of this is that, unfortunately, the African guy. Briefly, I'll just talk about him. He's looking at it from the point of view of what happens in Africa when somebody goes out in terms of, unfortunately, in African politics, anytime there's money, that means that somebody has paid money to get this help. But that's slightly different in the US because people can get funds, like you said, you explained it really well. And I think he has to look at, it's not the same thing that is happening in Africa that's happening in US. And this is one of the reasons I'm particularly very strong about saying that Africa, and I'm a lot of Joseph Maponga and others have said it, democracy can't work in Africa because there are too many people who are controlling the leaders outside of Africa. There are too many people who are using the leaders as puppets, making them, do things, and then make it as pay as though, or they're doing it of their own free will. And that is what people don't understand. You have to read, and that's why we are trying to re-educate our minds. We have to read between the lines. I just showed this thing to do with Epstein now, and what they're doing, going and having the discussion, about, say they're going to help us, and instead they infiltrate the oil business and the marine business, all under the guise of saying they are giving us safety and security. It is a lie, and this is what it's about: discernment. Now we're trying to encourage people, both Africans and many other people, Melanesian people around the world, to know about discernment. When you hear them say they're coming to help you, you have to say, hold on a minute, let me do some research. When you research it, now you can decide, do you need their help, even though you know what they're going to do? At least you are aware. But for so long, many African leaders have believed whatever they've been told. Oh, we're coming to help you. And you're seeing it here. In 2018, he brokered a decision between discussions between Jide Zetman, the chairman of Nigeria Sovereign Investment Authority, and Sulman bin Sulayem, chairman of DP World, cited the report suggested Epstein attempted to navigate U.S. sanctions issues affecting figures in Nigeria's mining sector to advance commercial negotiations. So this is what I am saying. In every single thing that you hear that those who are in the West or from the US are doing, it's about exploitation, exploitation, exploitation. And it is time that many, I spoke to people today and they were saying, oh, it's okay. They're the ones who are going to benefit from it anyway. Let them come in. You don't understand what you're saying. You need to understand, yes, sure, we have puppets who are looting on ground. But in that case, we need to do two-pronged attack. Deal with the puppets on ground and deal with the looters who are coming outside trying to cause you destabilize your country. So that is what we need to be looking at and how to solve our problems. We cannot just keep saying, oh, we believe in democracy. Democracy as practiced right now as espoused by those corrupt politicians and corrupt colonials. It is there to loot from Africa. Many of them use nationals, multinationals. They make if you go and look at it, Kwame Nkrumah said it. He said, anytime you hear that there's a multinational company, they are tied to one nation or the other. They never operate on their own. They're working on behalf of one nation. And I'll give you one example of what I mean. George Goldie was a man that took over the northern part of southern and northern protectorate in Nigeria. When he made them into Niger company, guess what happened? He sold it for 856,000 pounds to the British government. Go and check this research. Go and do the digging on what I've just told you. I am telling you the fact. So when they tell you that they are multinational companies, they are working a lot of the time for the colonials. And we have to be very, very aware of that. These are information that we need to share within our communities. I do this program also in Yoruba, so I am very conscious and I want to encourage any other African. Please do programs like this in your local language. You don't need to be good in English to be able to communicate with your people or to share your knowledge. The better if you share it in your local language, Yoruba, Ga, Ashanti, whatever the language, even better, because the people need that information now, not tomorrow. Every time that we're not spreading this information in the local language, we're holding them back from taking collective action to free Africa from bondage. So we need this collective work being done. Please let us continue. It is really important.
You're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you so much.
And you've been doing it for quite some time.
Thank you.
And I'm so glad that you are back. I have not seen you in a while.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you're back because you and I are in the boomer generation. So we need the young people to have awareness so that they can continue. Just because they give you a small little bit does not mean you're finished. And these three men back here are giving examples. One of the prime examples, And a tactic of war is starvation. It's been used in the past, and they're still doing it now. Exactly. Now, when I go back and look at the history, which I have done, of these men here in the Sahel states, and found that this was one of the richest places on the continent. The whole entire continent is rich, but they're mismanaging the resources. So if everybody could follow the example, I am so disappointed about the lack of support that they have from the African Union and others on the continent. Why can't we love ourselves enough to say, I will participate in freeing my people? The fact that you have been so brainwashed that you don't love yourself, you don't love people that look like you, and hopefully it will never be somebody that looks like us that will come after them. But you know, them putting that old guy in jail over there, because I'm not for him being in jail personally. No. I'm for him being in hell. But they promised they wouldn't do that. So they're trying to keep their word and not do it. No. But I think that's where he belongs, because that will be one down and, you know, others to go. But trying to keep him in a cage and gotta feed him and take him to the doctor, no. Guarding him and stuff. No, get rid of him. He's been trying to get rid of you for the longest. I don't even know why you made a deal like that. Just starve him to death. Keep him in the cage. Okay. We didn't kill him. He just got tired of eating the bread and he stopped eating it, because that's all you get. You're getting some bread, but you ain't getting no water. You will soon be gone where you belong. Gone to hell.
No, well said.
On to the next enemy.
Well said. Thank you very much. Thank you for that, Linda. Lady Max 246, pleasure. It's been a minute. How are you doing? I didn't recognize you for a while there, but then I said I did. Welcome. What would you like to say?
Just greeting and thank you for the invite to come up. This is the very first time I've spoken on a TikTok. I've never done it before, but I was compelled to come up and say we've missed you. Thank you so much for coming back on today. I don't know where you were or what you were doing, but you were missed. I also want to say I appreciate all of the contributors today. All of their everything they've said, you know, resonates with me. And it's just a very powerful platform. So thank you very much. I was happy to hear my brother from the Caribbean.
Yes.
I also have a Caribbean background and know very well what he is speaking of. Our Prime Minister recently got a third term in office, so we're all watching that very keenly. But what is going on in the world should be concerning to all of us. Particularly, I think is his name, Mark Rubio. He just recently gave a speech where he pretty much told his audience that they have to recolonize,
Exactly.
That they have to step up their efforts to reposition themselves to back in the day when they were colonial masters. And I think that's a message to all melanated people everywhere, to be very conscious of what is going on. And as you said, you know, when they come with their tricks and treats, we have to be able to say to them or stop them and reflect on what is the benefit to us. It's a very serious time that we live in. I also messaged you. I'm going to try and message you because I'm no TikTok expert. So I will try and message you privately because I'd love for you to come onto my platform tomorrow, if you are at all available, to bring this very powerful message to the listeners, both here in London and in the Caribbean. That's where my audience primarily is. But I feel like we're kind of behind the curve.
And
we need to hear from people who know and have experience of what is going on, witnessing what is going on, and can interpret it for them. Because I feel that the Caribbean somehow feels slightly separate and different.
It's by design. It's by design, I promise you. I promise
Yes,
you.
it's
It's by design.
I agree 100%. The whole thing is by design, yeah? Airspace, trade, everything, as you mentioned earlier, using the American dollar for everything. It is all by design. But we have to now, reimagine, reinvent how we interact with each other and the rest of the world. It is time. It is our time.
Absolutely. Well, wow, well said. Thank you.
Congratulations for coming on live.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'll be looking forward to that. I'll try and join you. Let me know the time, and hopefully, I'm sure we can squeeze something in. And even if it's a half an hour or something, I will come there.
Yes.
Definitely. Because look, we need to have connections like this made right across. We have to have, and this has to be like an ether thing, so that there's so many connections that they'll be so busy trying to break connections that by the time they finish do one, the message has gone right across the entire world. So that's what we literally need to do right now. The truth is more powerful than anything they can have, and that's right. That's just it. That's it. So
the more voices that people can hear, actually, bringing the message, it may actually start to filter through, because I really do believe we've got blinkers on. Too many of us still have blinkers on, and the more they can be exposed to these types of conversations, I believe our chances are raised.
That much better.
But I want to thank you very much for the invitation to come on. I'm going to continue listening. Okay. I've got literally 15 minutes before I finish work. I'm actually on the clock at the moment, so I need to just wrap up some stuff.
Don't get fired.
Well done. No.
I'll be listening. But thank you all so much, and it's fantastic to hear from you.
Thank you.
All of your contributors today have been excellent.
I'm going to follow you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'll follow you back.
Thank you, everybody. Please make sure you follow Lady Max 246. It's really important, and she's really made a very important contribution to the discussions, and I like the energy that she brought, particularly to make sure that we are all in tune. It's about trying to tune our energies in the right manner so that we can be able to propel ourselves forward a lot further. So thank you so much for that. What I want
I'd like to say something too about Malema.
Yeah,
I understand that Malema has gone against the Sahel for them wanting to stop all the extra political parties going on at this time, because I understand there was like 100 of them. And at this time, in the middle of a revolution, you don't need people running around trying to divide themselves even further into 100 groups, this one pulling this way and that way. Right now, the unity is very important.
Indeed.
And so for him to stop all of these different political groups from going around causing division in the middle of a revolution, I think it was a great idea. I don't see nothing wrong with nothing they do over there, not a damn thing. I don't care what they do. I know that they are working for the benefit of their people and Black people all over the world, because we are all mistreated all over the world. From the time the Europeans came and rounded up people and started dropping them off in the Caribbeans, in Haiti, in the United States, they just distributed us all over the place.
Exactly.
And they tried to keep us divided. We do a pretty good job of doing it to ourselves, but they perpetuate that. We have to stop it and have some unity. So when he stopped all those political parties from trying to do whatever the world they were trying to do, I'm all for it. But I hear Malema is speaking to the South Africans saying he's against that. This is not a time for them to be voting or doing anything else. They need to get some clarity. And this bad winter coming up, this is not a time for that. You don't need to have people out there armed that are going to turn on you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, stop all of the foolishness. Everybody get on one accord. Let's get the businesses rolling, feeding people and education and all the good things. And then you can start thinking about voting and, political parties. This is not the time for that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think
you're muted.
Oh, sorry. I thank you very much. I think well said. I think it's not a wise move. I am very much a fan of Malema, Julius Malema, but I do have to say that again, and I'm sorry again, Linda, you may disagree slightly with this. For me right now, well, actually you agree because you said right now they're doing what is necessary. Right now, we do not need political parties on ground. We need leaders. We need leaders who are going to lead. We need dictators and leaders because they will dictate this is what needs to do and they lead so that they're not leaving, they're not leaving any gap for anybody to come and exploit and say, oh no, do it this way. And they're exploiting our resources. They are actually taking control. These men, they keep saying they're pushists, but look at the steps that they've taken. Look at the roads in Burkina Faso.
Involved, because they've been going back and forth across the border doing onions and tomatoes and stuff. But some Bush people jumped in and interfered and unalived some people.
Yeah, it's not right. So what we need to do is we have to make sure that we support the likes of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger 100%, like you said.
I was disappointed at Malema for saying that. I know he supports them, but he needs to support them 100%, not 90. 98, 100%.
Yeah. So
because everything they're doing is good. It is good.
Exactly. So what I would just say before I wrap up and bring this to an end now is we need to continue to do this work. And we have to educate our family. Look, we are all family in all of this. And the entire family has been displaced, oppressed, suppressed, prevented from speaking, cheated, mislabeled. They've been doing psychological oppression, medical, oppression, you name it. And what we need to do is in communicating among ourselves as a community and building strength back within our community. And please, the African communities, we must show absolute respect and gratitude for them because they are keeping hold of our the land for us. And going forward, the coming generation, we need to make sure that their connection to that soil remains strong as ever. And we do that via the culture, the language, the food, the clothes, and remembering the greatness of our ancestors, the kingdoms that they so much want us to forget. You notice that all of these colonials, they never talk to you about the kingdom Mali Empire, Songhai Empire, or your empire, Kemet. They don't like to mention those kingdoms, Benin Empire. They're so envious of the Benin Empire that had the largest earthworks, over 10,000 miles of I think, or thereabouts, of wall, the longest in the world, that they brought it down, they destroyed it. And then not only that, they stole many of the artifacts and even the trunks and gold and everything else, put it in museums. And you know what is even sickening about it? They now moved that kingdom and renamed another place, Dahomey. The kingdom of Dahomey, they renamed it Benin. So the idea was to make you not to reconnect or remember that kingdom of Benin, where it was, and that tells you that they want to bury your history. It is on us to bring back that history, and not only to bring it back alive, to tell our coming generation and reclaim back the artifacts that have been taken from many, many parts of Africa. And listen, Lord, thank you so much for joining me. Linda, such a pleasure having you join me. Baraji, thank you. Lady Max 246, thank you. I'll be expecting your call. What I'll do is I'll come back. I'm going to have a little bit of a break now. Thank you so much for your joining me. We had over 13,000 likes. Don't forget, please subscribe to Citizen AY. One of the things I want to do, I actually want to go to Burkina Faso. I will need your help. I want to be able to go to Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger and be able to do live broadcast there. I was in Nigeria for a month or so, 2 months recently. I needed the sun. It's great. But I actually want to be going there on a regular basis. And I want to be doing programs and bringing that program to you live here on on this platform, be it on Facebook, on TikTok, or Instagram. So whatever you can do to help will be very much appreciated. Subscribing to us will be a good start. That way we can actually have be able to do a lot of research and bring that to you and bring updates to you on the great work they're doing. The focus is on Alliance of Sahel States. I love what they're doing, and we need to really blow that trumpet. The more we blow the trumpet, the further it will reach across the entire continent. So that's the work we want to do. But for now, I want to thank you all so much. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
You know, it's lunchtime here, and I'm getting a little hungry. So let me go and find somebody to bring me some jollof rice and some magusi.
Okay.
Wow,
egusi. Oh, you wouldn't know egusi. Oh, my goodness me. Linda.
Yes, I think I'll have that for lunch
lovely.
today.
Fantastic. Enjoy that. Enjoy that. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Linda, I'll be in touch with you later on. I'm going to try and get everything sorted out.
All right, you can drop me now while I go do my order.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you now. Bye for now. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. So, bye, Lady Max 246. Thank you all. So, I am going to stop for now. And what I will do is I'll come back. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me. And thank you for your understanding despite the many technical hitches that I had through the broadcast. But I'm so grateful that you joined me. And I hope we've learned something. And I'm learning all the time. And what we need to do is to continue to do this and share information among ourselves like this. That is the only way out. We need to really understand. For me, I state this loud and clear. The religions of Islam and Christianity on the African continent is a danger, is a threat to our development. The religions of Islam and Christianity is a clear and present danger to the development of Africa as a continent. And we have to reiterate that point. And we have to be very clear. Unless we remove those mental blinkers on our minds, it is holding back the very development that we need. Burkina Faso now, I've heard that they're saying that if you want to go to Mecca, you have to pay them taxes first on the trips. I'm going to try and I'll bring that information to you because this is what we need to be doing. We have to be promoting our African culture. Look, you know this sign, you know that sign, that love sign that you see. Where did it come from? It comes from the Adinkra system in Africa. But every Valentine Day, guess what? It is on it. And the people is that community benefiting from it? Are they benefiting from that love sign that is being used around the world? They are not. So these are the kind of things that this is a history that we must tell each other and tell our coming generation. And not only to tell them, but to make sure that those who are profiting from it, they actually compensate. There's something coming back to that community from such important facts. I'll leave that with you. What are your thoughts? Let's hear your views. And thank you so much for joining. You've been listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth by about later on. Thank you and bye for now. Bye guys. Bye. I'll stop for now. Come back later on. Thank you and bye for now. Let me just see if I can. Yeah, exit. Yep. So we're going to end the show. There you go. So thank you so very much. And thank you for those of you who are on YouTube. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for waiting this long. So we're going to talk some more. There's a lot more to talk about. And I hope many of you will, I hope you found this beneficial. Please do share, leave comments, and I'll endeavor to answer as many as possible. Yeah, everyone has a right to, but exactly. Sinovia Ridley, thank you so much. I'm sorry if I wasn't following, if I didn't reply properly. I will look at it and try and reply to everything you said and others as well. Peace, Africa. Thank you very much. Yes. Oh, my brother, I'll be in touch with you later on and others as well. Thank you so much. For now, I'll back later on. You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth. Thank you and bye for now. Bye.